Okay, so I'm going to take my Micron 05 and I'm going to try and kind of work into the eye and try to create a winged eyeliner, and also change the eye shape. So probably something like this. And then I'm gonna do the same over here. And just like that. And then I will go ahead and give her these long eyelashes. And also a nice eyebrow with a bit more texture. Okay, so at this point she's looking like she's in need of some sort of hair situation, and so I'm going to go ahead and do these lovely kind of flowers. So this is Jane Davenport stencil, and let's see, so probably something like that. So I'm just going to do a quick outline of these lines. I think I have already one. Ooh, I went all into the face. I have a video somewhere where I'm using these, so you can have a look. So I got a bit carried away and I kind of went into the eye. Okay, so I'm going to go over slightly just to try and kind of try and sort the situation out. I'm not sure. Okay, my card got full and I completely didn't realize at which point that happened, so I don't know how much you got to see. So I basically used Jane Davenport's stencil and I outlined the flowers and kind of made. So when you look at this, what I like is that there is this complexity of layers, and there is watercolor, there is the collage, there is the flowers on the collage, and then there is the flowers on top of it. So you kind of almost look through the top layer of the ink and you can see more, and I really like that. So yeah, I don't know if I would add anything on here, just kind of to try and make her look less bold. But so far I really like it. I think I might just add my usual necklace to finish things off. I'm just going to give her that choker, and so although this pen, the Micron, it works really well in terms of doesn't move, but what I'm trying to say is it's water soluble, but you have to wait a little bit. So while it's still wet, don't touch it, because you're going to get it transferred and then it could get a bit messy, so be a bit wary about that. And once it has dried out, doesn't come off, it doesn't move, so that's good. So I've done that. Let's see if there's anything else I could add to her. I quite like her eyes, they're very kind of sort of staring at you. So in terms of her lips, I think I'd like them to be a little bit more pronounced. So I might just kind of go in like that and give her a fuller lip with a beauty mark over here. So I think now her lips look nice and full, and I'm going to go back in into the red. Can't really see, so I'll put it next to the sketch. So this is the classic Prima Confection. So this watercolor is quite intense, so that works really well. Yeah, I really like now how things are coming together. So I'm just going to kind of create this. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I really like the look, and I don't want to overcomplicate it, because so many times I learned that the more I think, let me add this, let me add that, it just ends up overworked and I don't like it. So at this point I like it, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp the date, and that will be the finished look, I guess. So I have taken a step back and kind of thought about it, whether there is anything to add, and now I'm still happy with the way things are. And that's a tip I would give you if you are sometimes uncertain, and if you also tend to overdo things. Just before you get to that point, just stop, and if you're happy with it, just kind of, you know, take a step back. And yeah, so here is my stamp date, and that's the only thing I have added. And as always, I use my archival ink, unless if I need to use a different ink for like a sleek texture, then I use that or the stays on. So yeah, the last thing I just wanted to quickly mention is that the so doing the inserts kind of art, I realized that for this type of art, not only I don't need the expensive watercolors, but actually it's good in some cases to have those what are they called, the you know that when the watercolors are transparent, semi-transparent and opaque. So the opaque watercolors actually come in quite well, quite good sometimes, because you want that opacity. So yeah, so there is, I guess there is space for those things. So the Primas are great for that, because you could see how incredibly pigmented and opaque the red was. So that came in very handy here, because you had to obviously sort of, you know, go on top of a ready printed page. The other thing as well that I wanted to say before I go is that where are the stamps? Where did I put them? So don't feel restricted when you are using the stamps. So for example, I use those eyes, which are meant to be closed eyes, but I just basically added a winged eyeliner and I drew on some eyes, and it looks quite nice. She has these sort of whimsical eyelashes underneath, and I kept it quite basic, so that made the eyes quite sort of strong, so it looks like she's staring at you. And you know, you can be really free with how you use these things. So I kind of really, I'm having fun, and yeah, so I hope you found this, I hope you enjoyed this video, and sorry if I sound a little bit all over the place today. It's just a lot of things have been going on, and I had to stop for deliveries, etc, etc. And my armchair has been finally delivered just a few minutes ago, which I'm so excited about. So I think I might do, once I set everything up, I might do one of those studio tours that I actually quite enjoy watching on YouTube. So Have a great weekend and see you on Monday. Thanks for watching.